Thailand more open than ever. Alcohol sales ban during the afternoons are going to go, hopefully, as well as Thailand promoting itself to the world. All these stories and more on today's Good Morning Thailand. Could you please take a moment to click the like and subscribe button? It helps us way more than you know. Hello and welcome to Good Morning Thailand. This show is brought to you by Thaiger Properties, and joining me today is the one and only Natty Warisa.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning to you, Natty. Good morning, all the viewers and members joining us today. We've been gone a while, Natty.
Yeah, we've been gone for the whole entire week, except for Monday.
That's right.
Yeah.
We did a quick episode on Monday, and there was outrage because we decided to do the episode at 9 a.m.
Yeah, because we had to go to the airport. And we were planning on doing updates on tour at Suratthani, but there was absolutely no Wi-Fi anywhere. Yeah. We were in the middle of a lake, in the middle of a mountain in the
jungle.
Morning. We could not get any Wi-Fi signal. So thankfully, Tim helped filled us in, so that's good.
Yeah, thank you very much to Tim Newton. He is currently now in Phuket, enjoying the sunny beaches of Phuket Island. As for now, Nettie, we've come back to a time full of good news.
Oh.
No more Thailand pass, no more mask wearing in public area, and party till 2 a.m., hopefully effective after July the 1st. Mm-hmm. Is this the most wonderful time
of the year?
The year.
We didn't even have to wait till Christmas.
Yeah.
And we're getting an early Christmas gift.
That's right.
I don't know, for me personally, I think the no mask wearing one is probably everybody's favorite. I don't know, what about you?
Yes, that's the one that really affects me personally as well.
Yeah.
I'm not traveling to Thailand, so no more Thailand pass. Party till 2 a.m. I think most people were doing that anyways. But yeah, the mask wearing, especially outside in public areas, you just don't have to pretend anymore.
Yes.
That's what I like.
Yeah. But, I mean, the no mask wearing, I think that's only for outdoors, right? Indoors, we're still required to wear it. If it's a crowded place.
Especially private businesses can actually ask you to wear masks, I believe. But the mask wearing, from all those three things I mentioned, no Thailand pass, party till 2 a.m., the mask wearing is still a bit, it's not 100% clear as to what rights I have, because they have come out and said that certain businesses in certain locations, in certain moments, you might have to wear a mask. What are those certain moments, businesses and places? We're still not quite sure, but hopefully as the month comes to an end, these rules will be registered into the Royal Gazette, and therefore we'll have a clearer view on what is allowed and what is not allowed. As for now, celebrations have started. People have started cheering on, and some good news for all of you out there. And yesterday I did a video, Nettie, on the weekend update on Sunday, and I said, for everyone who's complained about the Thailand pass and the mask wearing, no more excuses. After July the 1st, I'm expecting all of you to come to Thailand, and we hope to see you soon. Come say hi.
Yeah, come say hi to Jay and me.
Enjoy Thailand.
Oh, it's beautiful.
At its best.
Yes.
And Natty, what I also read earlier, I think the news came out yesterday actually, that unfortunately for places like in China, Shanghai and Beijing in particular, they've gone back to mass lockdowns. And because of China's zero COVID policy, it's still causing misery for around the country amid a return to lockdowns. And these are major cities that we're talking about. So, China's going backwards, but hopefully Thailand continues to move forward, as it has been out in the news that a lot of countries around Asia have been fully reopened, and hopefully Thailand can continue and even get rid of the 2 a.m. Partying deadline and no mask wearing in all places at all times. But it is a very good time to be in Thailand. All right.
For sure.
Natty, however, we have some good news and bad news falling in today's episode. Let's start with a man robbing a gold shop because of a crypto crisis.
Right. So if anybody was following the cryptocurrency situation last week, or this weekend rather, you would know that Bitcoin actually fell down below to $20,000 for the first time since December 2020.
Yeah.
And we saw that the overall global market of cryptocurrency dipped below $1 trillion to only 962 billion. for the first time since 2020. And if you're wondering, what was the highest Bitcoin then? Like, what was the highest Bitcoin price? Well, in November of last year, it was at an all-time high of over 68,000 US dollars. So that's a huge drop, right? From 68,000 to below 20,000 USD. So anybody who has invested a lot into Bitcoin specifically, they would be in shock yesterday, or the weekend rather. Now, not only is cryptocurrency going wrong, the economy in general is in crisis, and the prices of basic goods are also soaring in Thailand in particular, and some people have been committing crimes out of desperation. For example, on Saturday, this guy stole necklaces valued over 2 million baht from a gold shop in Phrakanong district in Thailand's capital city, and he entered the gold shop with a gun and tried to steal some of those gold necklaces. Luckily, the police used security footage to track the thief's journey, and they caught him yesterday. And the police escorted the thief to reenact the crime, which is a procedure done in Thailand many, many times. And the man has confessed that he robbed the shop out of stress caused by his losses in cryptocurrency.
He actually seemed like a decent guy, because I mean, he did what he did was absolutely wrong. He is a criminal. It was out of desperation, but he gave himself up, didn't he?
Yes.
There was no resistance. He gave himself up, and he was just like, look, I'm going through a crazy time. I've lost millions in crypto, and this was just an act of desperation. But many people are desperate currently. Now, I'd like to use this story, Natty, leading to another story that I spoke about yesterday, which was regarding Thailand lifting the 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. afternoon alcohol sales ban. And we were having a conversation with the viewers yesterday talking about how this outdated law was created to stop civil servants from getting drunk during the afternoons. And we were having a conversation, not really a debate, but a conversation saying that the people who were getting drunk during the afternoons, this was more relevant, I'm guessing, back in the 70s, because I think this law dates back to 1972, I believe, 1974. I'll get the excuse me, I'll check the number again. But the people, and a lot of the viewers said the people who get drunk during the afternoon or want to drink alcohol will continue doing so regardless of the law, because this is Thailand. You can buy it in the evening, you can drink tomorrow, and it's not like people just walk out of the office, or civil servants, labor workers walk out of construction and just start drinking. Now, using this story, we're at a time of crisis. The economy is suffering. There's inflation. People are losing money. Stop doing crypto. I think Tim Newton and Jet Gunther have different views on those subjects. But the civil servants who are working hard during the day will not suddenly start going out and drinking. That's just my opinion. But these are desperate times, and people need the money. And the changing of this law, in my opinion, will not get civil servants, to start drinking more. Would you agree with this statement? Do you think, firstly, this 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. law of prohibiting drinking should be abolished, and it is outdated?
I do think it should be abolished, because for the exact same reasons that you stated, like, people who want to drink will find ways to drink anyway. And also, it's all about honoring people's intelligence. For me personally, I think you got to trust the people that you put in civil service, right? That they'll do good for the country. They won't go out and do things that wouldn't be, how to call it, like, wouldn't be good for their jobs. Like, you should be on duty when you should be on duty, and you should honor that intelligence. Like, they should have enough intelligence to figure that out. Yeah.
People can be responsible and do the right thing. And so there were 2 points as well regarding this thing. So one could, it was actually one of the ministers from one of the parties talking about how they're going to propose this 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. alcohol sales ban to be scrapped starting next month, hopefully. And he was saying that, look, there are concerns. There's always going to be concerns, especially regarding people underage. So he was talking about how Thai law and police officers in general should make sure that children or people under the age of 20 should not purchase this alcohol. And secondly, also limit the zoning of where the alcohol sales can take place. So, for example, if you're a 7-Eleven right opposite a primary or secondary high school, not that primary kids are buying alcohol, but you know, if you're a 7-Eleven right in front of a secondary high school, that zone, perhaps you should not sell alcohol. But for example, you know, as a 7-Eleven under our building in Asok, what are we going to go out and buy a couple of lagers in the afternoon?
We're cordial, but we wouldn't because we're responsible people.
Exactly. And the second most important one is also for tourism. Tourists are coming back.
Yes.
We've got great news. Thailand Pass is gone. More people are going to flood in, hopefully. And it's just a strange law that you go to a nice restaurant, you want to enjoy a beer, whether you're enjoying a nice lunch with your family, your friends, or your partners, and you can't enjoy a nice cold beverage because
civil servants in Thailand allegedly like to drink during work times.
Yeah. So
Right.
I think it is time that law is abolished, and I think a lot of the viewers were agreeing with me. But let us know your thoughts and your feedback, and we're going to discuss this and possibly have a debate over it near the end of the show. Carmel, the voice of God, is in the house and is monitoring your questions. As for now, before we go out to the break, Natty, I'd like to let the viewers know what we've been up to last week.
Oh, yeah.
So I've had Num cut a 30-second video,
Uh-huh.
a quick highlights clip of some of the videos I took on my phone. And we can talk over this videos, but the viewers can get a look of what we were up to.
Oh,
So
nice.
Shai, can you please play that clip?
This is a treat for me too because I have no idea what footage you took on your cell phone.
So that's right. We were, Natty, in Suratthani.
Oh, there's me cutting in front of Jason.
So this is just a quick highlights clip of, some of the bungalows we were staying in, the places we were traveling in, the long-tail boats that we had to take, the bamboo rafting, the hot weather, and it's just a little glimpse of the beauties we had to, the 3 a.m. hike up the mountain to get the beautiful views of the sunrise.
Yes.
A lot happened in Suratthani.
I like the last picture the most. You
That's right.
covered in, how to call it, sunscreen?
Yes, I put a lot of sunscreen, and unfortunately it was very hot, and the sunscreen wasn't waterproof, and just started melting down my face.
Right.
So that is something you can look forward to in early July. We have 3 videos coming out, all of them I think above 10 minutes. We'll see. It's about quality, not quantity,
Yep.
but something that you can really look forward to. We're very excited to launch that video, and hopefully you can also appreciate Suratthani as much as we started to appreciate the beautiful city and all the wonders it has to offer. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break. Once we come back from the break, we're going to be talking about cash prizes for anti-drug slogans, a way to promote anti-drugs slogans to the young generation of Thailand, as well as talking about the Durian Fair, everyone's favorite fruit. Everyone's nice smelling favorite fruit, durian. So you have something to look forward to. We'll be back right after this.
Good Morning Thailand gets up to 80,000 viewers per week, and we'd like to weaponise our audience for you.
That's right. So if you have a business or a property or even your house that you'd like to sell,
Private yacht?
we could be in space.
I'm not sure about space.
Well, all you have to do is contact us on info@thethaiger.com, and you can hire us up to a day or even a week, and we'll go to your property and do the show live.
Good Morning Thailand, coming your way.
Welcome back. Someone asked in the chat, I was being a bit sneaky. I took a comment off Carmel, and one said, "What's on that? What is that thing on the table?" Ladies and gentlemen, this got a very nice story behind it. This is just a teaser. I wanted to show you. This is actually a toy. How is it played? What is the story behind it? Who made it? Find out in our Suratthani video. I apologize for doing that. I apologize for being that person. I hate it when people tease videos, and now I'm one of them.
Yeah, those cliffhangers drive
Yeah.
me crazy. Yeah.
Hopefully, Carmel can do a behind-the-scenes videos for members today, talking about this little piece of invention. But believe it or not, this was made by a blind person. It's a really good story behind it. You can find out more in our first or second video of Suratthani. As for now, let's talk about cash prizes for anti-drug slogans. This is a positive story.
It is a positive story indeed. So in Phuket, the Krathu District Office and Patong Development Foundation started an anti-drug slogan competition for teens as part of an anti-drug campaign. Now, the groups are inviting teens ages 12 to 18 years old to submit their work and join the contest between June 15 till the 27th. So the competitions are still ongoing.
Okay.
And if you're wondering why are we having a slogan competition on such a random day, that's because on June 26th every year in Thailand, it's actually considered Wan Sunthorn Phu. And who is Sunthorn Phu? He's actually one of the oldest and most famous poets in Thailand. And it happens to coincide with the International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking, which is a United Nations International Day. So the Phuket district, they thought, that's a good idea of combining the 2 days together. And voila, a competition about a drug slogan competition is now born. Now, the district office mentioned that the campaign was created to bring up the topic and discuss it in a more positive light, and also to keep children and youth in Krathu away from drugs. Also, this campaign comes after Phuket officials held a meeting last month to discuss an expected increase in drug issues in the island province in light of Thailand's eased entry restrictions. I don't know about you, but I know back in school when I was young, we had tons of slogan competitions. It's either like on Children's Day, on Mother's Day. We love poetry, we love rhymes, and I was kind of almost like forced to do it as a Thai kid. I don't know, do they have that in IS or?
I mean, in my school, I don't quite remember. Were you in a rebellious school? I mean, I just went to school and they said, kids, don't do drugs. And we were like, okay. That's about it.
No,
and the people
yeah.
and the kids, or the people who grew up to do drugs did it anyways. I don't remember any slogans. No. I mean, but maybe getting interactive and getting involved in saying no to drugs, making songs, making slogans about it, at least it gets the conversation started. And that's what's important, getting the conversation started.
Yeah.
But that could also backfire. We're like,
I didn't know about drugs before. Now I'm curious.
What's Coke? I like Coke generally, but what's this white powder?
Right.
No. But I mean, I just don't have any personal experience going through this. I think for me, in my time, it was quite straightforward. It was just don't do drugs. Here are the drawbacks. Here are the negatives. Here are the flaws, and how you're going to destroy your health. It's very addictive, and it was a lot more logical and educational, and it made sense. So I was like, oh, okay, that's something to stay away from. And that's all I needed.
Right.
But you're right. Perhaps the younger generation now, in this world of social media and interactive ways of learning, maybe they do need a more interactive way to learn.
It's not just this day and age, though, because it was back in my days when I was a kid. So I think for Thai people...
3 years ago.
Just 3 years ago, 3 decades most likely. But for Thai people, because sex, drugs, and all of those taboo subjects, we can't really, or the Puyai, the elder people, don't feel comfortable talking to kids. So how can we kind of do it in a round and about way where it's a little bit more indirect?
Okay.
So maybe through poems, like, hey, let's do a poem about drugs, kids.
Yeah, don't do
Let's
drugs
make it
or
fun.
you will die.
Yes. Drugs, no. Sex, no.
Oh, no.
That's the slogan.
Okay, that's the slogan you
And I got an
with.
F for that.
Wow. Okay. No wonder. And do you remember any slogans from your time?
Oh, no.
No?
That was too long ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think kids should definitely not do drugs, or adults for that matter. They're bad for health. With that being said, my favorite slogan for drugs is from actually a movie. It's from Love Actually.
What is it?
It's one of the pop stars. I forgot his name. His name was great actor, great English actor. And he looks at the camera. It's a comedy movie, by the way. I do not agree with the statement, but he looks at the camera and he goes, "Kids, don't do drugs." He's doing an interview. It takes a 2-second pause and goes, "Become a pop star," and they just give it to you for free.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is it Hugh Grant?
No, it's not Hugh Grant.
Okay.
But yes, that's the only slogan I've ever heard of drugs. But yes,
Nice.
Don't do drugs. They're bad for you. We do not condone the use of drugs.
Right.
All right. Moving on to durians.
Ooh.
That was a quick segue. Ladies and gentlemen, talking and staying on the topic of Phuket. Phuket Durian Fair. Who knew that there would be a fair to promote durian, everyone's favorite smelling fruit? As Thailand also wants to promote their popular fruit. Now, hold your noses, everybody. Agriculture officials in Phuket have opened this new fair, and they're seeking to promote the famous dish. And they also want to bring in local farmers to come and basically start producing more durian, to start selling more durians, and just bringing some light to this underappreciated fruit. Do you think durian is popular for all the bad reasons? People have heard about the durian. They're like, oh, that smelly one in Thailand. I don't like that.
You know, it's almost like it's a must thing to try before you die.
Oh,
it's
no.
kind of like, how to call it, Carolina Reapers. Like, you don't really want to eat that much spice, but you kind of have to do it at least once in your lifetime. I feel the same way for durian. Like, people, you just have to try it at least once. You might
Okay.
not like it, but at least you can say, YOLO, I tried it.
Well, I'd like to now continue my ways of quotes.
Please do.
Yes, and I've got a great quote from the late Anthony Bourdain, who once said regarding durian, "Your breath will smell as if you've been French kissing your dead grandmother."
That's nasty. Come on. It's so gross.
That is a bit exaggerated. But a lot of people have a disgust
Right.
for durian.
Yes.
Perhaps not even the taste, but just the smell.
Yes.
You bring a durian into the room. There are a lot of hotels in Thailand where as soon as you enter the hotels, small 5-star hotels, medium-star hotels, it'll just say, please don't bring durian into the hotel.
Yeah.
And also, please don't bring any extra guests into the room.
Yeah.
So durian is as important as extra guests.
Yes.
Why is there such a disgust for durian?
I don't know, but some people are really sensitive to a smell. Can I just tell you this one clip that I watched?
Okay.
You know how Japanese people are very considerate
Yeah.
to people's feelings? I watched this little snippet of this girl who was supposedly a competition eater, like, so she eats fast. And they put a durian in front of her. She's never seen a durian, never eaten one before, and she had to act polite because she didn't want to offend the guy who gave her the durian from the
Yeah.
farm, because he really like hyped it up, like, oh, I homegrown this myself, I picked it out from Thailand, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And then when she started smelling, she was gagging so bad.
no.
But she, sorry, I just feel a bit sick today. Maybe
Yeah.
it was because the food yesterday. And then she continued to eat, and as she was eating, she was still gagging and like visibly crying.
Oh, no.
And she was like, it's not the durian, I really like this. And then her face turned green.
no.
And it was just like a 3-minute torture for her. It was hilarious.
I feel like that needs to be a test
Yeah.
for some corporate office on their interview scene. So do you like a durian? Yes. Well, here's a durian. Please enjoy this durian that is coming from my farm, and it's a test to see how honest they are.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, yes, I love it, so I'll do anything for my job. That could be a positive or a negative.
Yes.
Is he honest? Probably not. Will he do anything for the job? Yeah. So you've
Yeah.
got to decide. There's an idea. Now, talking about durian, the reason I picked one of these stories was because we tasted durian in Suratthani,
We did.
and it was the last durian in that
Oh.
entire farm.
Or rather, the first durian.
Sorry, the
In-
first durian, yes. So I didn't know that you can only sell durian that fall from the tree by themselves. That was something new that I learned. So we were at a durian farm. It's not durian season, but luckily one of the durians fell down. Not that it fell down a couple of days before we arrived. It wasn't
Yeah.
like something fake, like, oh look, a durian fell down
Yeah.
from the heavens for Natty. Possible, but not probable.
No.
But yes, we tasted this durian, and I personally thought I've tasted better, but you really enjoyed it.
I really enjoy it. Maybe it's because I don't eat enough durian, but that particular brand, no, the what do you call it, variation of durian,
Yeah.
I've never tasted it before. It's called like the 100-year-old durian, or the
1,000-year-old, no?
100,
Oh, was it
100 years,
100?
yeah,
Okay.
not 1,000. But it's very native to Suratthani, so it's
Okay.
a treat. Like you don't get to see that kind of durian often.
Cool. All right. I've got a comment here from Franco7. Franco7, thank you very much for your donation, by the way. He says, a small donation for some treatment cream for treating Jay's last sunburn. Thank you very much. I actually did put some cream on my face. However, I still do look horrific. But it's not the burn. It's just my usual look. Thank you very much for that. And the last story that I would like to talk about, Phuket is something that I mentioned yesterday as well, Natty. Just a quick review. Phuket Zoo has closed down. We were talking about how, a lot of people have been critical regarding the Phuket Zoo, but due to the pandemic effects and the lack of tourism traveling to the Phuket Zoo, it has finally closed down. So my question to you is, how do you feel about monkeys riding bicycles and elephants playing football and painting? Do you think that's animal cruelty, or do you find that entertaining?
Ever since I was a child, I never enjoyed going to zoos or aquariums.
Okay.
Except if I see turtles, that's a different thing. Okay. But if I don't see them, I'm like, what's the point? Like, monkeys riding bicycles doesn't exactly excite me. Elephants drawing random strokes of paint also doesn't really excite me. And I never thought of it as animal cruelty. I just didn't see the point. I felt like animals should be running outside, but I think it's really horrible, even if they don't cane the animals, right? But restricting the animals to a very confined, small, tight space is indirectly very directly animal cruelty. So in a way, I'm kind of happy that this is now obsolete. They're closing down. Free the animals. Don't. Yeah,
well, if there is no demand, you will eventually shut it down. So a lot of people are celebrating the news regarding Phuket Zoo finally closing down, and these animals have now gone on to find the proper shelter and environment that they deserve. All right, Nettie, let's take a quick break. Once we come back from the break, we're going to be talking about the powers of Thai soft power, and then we'll also be taking some live questions and answers from our viewers. So viewers, please join the conversation. Let us know your questions or comments regarding any of the topics, and Carmel, the voice of God, will filter them out for us at the end of the episode. So we'll be back right after this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today is Monday, and you're watching Good Morning Thailand. That's Natty, and I'm Jay.
Hello.
And joining us as well is Carmel, the voice of God. Carmel, say hello.
Hello.
There she is. She is alive and well. Right. Our last topic today, Nettie, is regarding Thailand's soft power. Now, we've been talking about this for the last couple of months. This all sparked a frenzy when Millie, a Thai female rapper, went to Coachella and started eating mango sticky rice near the end of her concert, which everyone thought, cool, because it got the conversation going.
Right.
Mango sticky rice, promoting Thailand, Thailand culture, Thailand food, to which prompted Thailand itself and the Prime Minister coming out and saying that, hey, maybe we should use the soft power to our benefit. And they came out with the 5 Fs, which include, Natty.
Food.
Yes.
Film.
Yes.
Festival.
Yes.
Fighting.
Yes. And fashion.
Fashion.
That's right.
Fashion.
Who would have guessed Thai fashion?
Yeah.
What is Thai fashion?
Thai fashion.
Thai silk?
We have Thai silk. We have the traditional attire, but also there are a lot of young and upcoming fashion designers in Thailand. Okay. So if you go to M. Quartier or any of the big, like Siam Discovery, you would see an entire floor dedicated to young Thai designers, and their stuff is not cheap. Like a piece would cost up to 10,000 baht even. So we're pretty big into fashion as well.
That's why nobody buys them.
Okay.
No, be honest, right? You go to M. Quartier, you've got brands like Balenciaga and Hermes, and the people who can afford those products won't necessarily go to the Thai designers. Maybe they do, and I hope they do, because that will promote Thai fashion. Why not?
Right.
Right? But another question, is Thai fashion Thai, or is it, because I have read about all these designers, they go to Milan, they study in Milan, the big fashion cities around the world, Paris. So is it westernized, or is it really Thai?
I would have to say it's a blend of the Thai and Western, or kind of like the global wear, because right now everything is kind of Western, no? Like
Okay.
the t-shirts that we're wearing, the trousers or pants that we're wearing are all modernized or westernized, right? But we put a Thai twist to it. Like, for example, like the balloon, the huge puffy balloon arms, that's definitely coming from the Ratanakosin era, where we wear like big puffy balloon ones.
Okay.
You can see that in that fashion, or like the crop tops actually are Thai. You know, like the Thai sabais, the
Yeah.
girls' ones. We wear tube tops back in the days, and it's kind of showing in the Thai fashion.
Okay, well, perhaps this is a good opportunity to make a video on Thai fashion
Yar.
to help ignorant people like me. Talking on that topic, a Thai university has polled citizens around Thailand for their opinions on the promotion and their overwhelmingly positive.
Yes.
I was doing so well until that word. And Thai citizens have come out and said, look, the promotion of soft power around Thailand and promoting our culture is great news. Yes, we should definitely do it. And over 75% of the people who were polled said that this will help spur the economy, as well as propagate the many forms of Thainess. And why not? Why should we not promote Thailand? Look at the wonders it has done for Korea.
Yes.
How big is K-pop, Natty? We were talking about this earlier before the episode, and how, K-pop and Korean culture has taken over countries like America. Who would have guessed? The younger generation, the young kids with bands like BTS and Blackpink, they want to learn Korean. They want to watch Korean series. Could this be possible for Thailand? I hope so. That would be amazing.
Yes.
And which leads me to the last question that I'm going to ask you before we end all the topics for today. And viewers, I would definitely like to know your feedback as well. For the people who have visited Thailand and experienced the beauty it has to offer and the different variety of activities and wonders that are available in Thailand, there are still a host of people around the world, depending on where they come from, who still consider Thailand as a no-good place, as a place of prostitution and red light districts and drugs or whatever. Now, is soft power and the promotion of Thailand more necessary than one might perceive?
I think so. Like you mentioned before, we see the positive impacts that it had with Korea, right? So I think the same would happen with Thailand as well if we continuously promote our Thai goods. Because, the good thing about Thai people and our Thai culture is that the culture is so rich and it's so diverse that you can never run out of ideas to kind of soft power, and promote. And the fact that Thai people are proud of it, and we can genuinely say that we're proud of these things and we want to showcase these things to foreigners or non-Thais, I think it'll be a great opportunity for people who are outside of Thailand to see our stuff as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Before we end the segment, Natty, quick, your favorite Thai food?
Oh no.
Just pick one.
หมูกรอบ
Okay, moo grop. Favorite Thai film?
Oh no, The Ring.
The Ring's not Thai. How dare you? It's Japanese.
They had a Thai version of it.
Okay, the Thai version of The Ring, apparently.
Actually, พี่นาคพักขนง I think พี่มาก Yeah,
พี่มาก
ตลกอ่ะ Yeah,
with
it's
Mario.
พี่มาริโอ
Okay.
น้องดาวิกา
And favorite Thai fashion?
Fashion, I
The
don't
tube
know.
tops, the puffy shoulders,
I guess
the sarongs.
I think the most wearable one would be Greyhound for me.
Greyhound?
Greyhound or Soda, yeah.
I don't know what that is. I'm going to pretend like I know. Is that Thai fashion?
Yeah, Thai
Okay.
brands.
Greyhound. Okay. Greyhound is a Thai brand?
Yes,
Greyhound is not a Thai
it
brand.
is a Thai brand. See, it went international.
Is it
You don't even know
really?
it. Yeah, there
Good,
we go.
Good for you, Greyhound.
Yeah.
Fighting. Favorite Muay Thai fighter?
I guess Bua Khao. I
Okay.
guess that's the only
Let's
one.
go with that. Favorite Thai festival?
I actually like Loi Katong.
Really?
Yeah.
I would have never guessed. Wow, well
Yeah.
done, ladies and gentlemen. Let us know your favorite, the 5 Fs of Thailand. As for now, we're going to take not a quick break because we don't have any more commercials. We're going to swiftly move on to live question and answers. Enter the chat, Carmel.
The voice
Dante
of
Mission.
God. Hello.
Rodrigo.
Oh, you got my name right.
Yes.
Okay. We would like to give a shout out to Franco7
Okay.
for being a member for 5 months. He said it's
Oh.
good to be back in Thailand and watching the show without a time gap, the time zone.
Welcome back, Franco. welcome
Yes.
back. It's great to have you
Welcome
here.
to Thailand.
Yes. Mackie, our member, said GMT will need an opinionated host. Jay and Natty are too polite, so Jet needs to be the catalyst.
Definitely, we are actually currently looking for more talent and presenter to join the team. Jet's got a lot of things going on. I see a lot of comments saying like, "Oh, Jet. We love Jet, and Jet is a big part of the Thaiger. However, that man is a busy man. So what I want you to do is every time he's live, I want you to flood in comments, forcing Jet to join the GMT team and just every Thaiger video in general."
Yes.
But yes, we would love to. I think hopefully now that I believe Jet's moved to Bangkok as well, and hopefully he will be able to join us for more and more videos coming forward.
Yes. Regarding the topic on changes in Thailand, Steven said it's still not good enough. Scrap the 2 a.m. curfew or I'm going to a different country. Leo Slayer asked, is there any more news on the possibility of visa on arrival being extended to possibly 45 days for certain countries? Do you know about this?
For visa on arrival, no, they haven't confirmed anything yet. It's just speculation. And sorry, the first comment was what? Scrap the 2 a.m. curfew or I'm
yes.
leaving. Is
Yeah,
he already
or going
here?
to a different country. I don't know if he's already here or not.
I
but
wonder
yeah.
what he feels about the 12 a.m. curfew, if he's already talking about a 2 a.m. curfew that hasn't even taken place yet. I doubt this person is actually currently in Thailand. But yeah, good luck with that because it's still going to take a little bit of while. So I guess we'll look forward to you joining GMT from somewhere else.
Yep. Tariq Al Zadjali said, "Good morning, Jay and Natty. Is it true that from 1st July, restrictions on travel to Thailand are gone, especially specifically for people who are vaccinated?"
I don't know.
Well, I mean, that's what they say, but you know, Thailand, anything can go back and forth. So hopefully they won't go back on this one and you are free to enter freely being vaccinated already on July 1st.
Yes.
Yes.
So I think there are three things now. So if you just need vaccination proof. So if you're completely vaccinated, no Thailand pass, nothing, you come to Thailand, and I believe they're going to do random checks at the airport. So they're going to be a couple of airport workers who are just randomly going to be like, "Excuse me, sir, can I see your vaccination certificate or proof?" You just show it to them, you'll be on your way. Most of the times you won't be stopped. But if you are stopped, you just have to show your vaccination proof.
Yeah.
And if you're not vaccinated or cannot provide a vaccination proof, they will just ask you to do an ATK test.
Okay, moving on. Regarding lifting the 2 to 5 p.m. alcohol sale ban, Green Army asked, does this mean you can buy beer from 7-Eleven anytime
Yes.
now? Yeah. Okay. Well, my question is there any alcohol ban like this in other countries?
No, so I believe Thailand is the only country in Asia that restricts alcohol sales times.
From 2 to 5?
Yes.
Wow.
It's a very random time, but not random according to that law. Okay.
Peter McConnell said, I must have visited a different Thailand since 2006 because I have never been refused alcohol between those times in bars or 7-Elevens. So this ban, it's new then. Like, it's good.
It is semi-new. I've known it to be here in Thailand for over 10 years, but I don't know if it was actually being implemented since the 70s. I'm not too sure about
Let me find out for you.
Okay, while
Yes.
you're doing that, I guess I could fill in
I
a
can
little
keep
bit.
going
But
in. Cash prizes for the anti-drug slogans. Tech Symbol said that if he wins it, he would use his winnings to buy some buds. So that's kind of it's kind of ironic. M. Maranta said, I think they can put you in jail if they catch you sparking up a joint over there. So recreational use is not. It's not legal.
not
right?
legal yet. You can buy buds, but you can't smoke it in public or anything.
When you talked about sex, PG Santa asked if schools here in Thailand handle sex ed, like teach.
I can tell you that our sex ed is very non-sex edy. Like we had an hour for the whole entire year. There was one sex ed class, and all we talked about was periods. So that didn't help with anything, I don't believe.
That's actually what it was like in my school as well, international school. They were
Right.
very like subtle. They tried to go around in circles talking about it. They didn't want to be very direct.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? It was
Yeah.
complete opposite for me. I had it, I believe, in year 6, end of primary, and midway through secondary, and near graduating. And it was very open conversation, very detailed. They had a medical professional come in. Near the end of school, they had a guidance counselor. We talked about STDs, we talked about protection, we talked about pleasure, we talked about the different forms.
Forms? Different forms meaning?
Positions, just
Position.
just in general.
Wow.
Just it was an educative experience where you know they were talking about the goods, the bads, the uglies, how it can go wrong, and yeah,
Wow.
you might
Okay.
as well leave school knowing the realities of the situation than
Yeah.
just find untruthful or false information online, because that's the only option, right? If you
Right.
if you don't know, you're not going to go back home and ask mum and dad. Not in Asian culture anyways.
Yeah.
You'd either ask your friend who's going to pretend like he knows way more than he's ever experienced, or you're going to go online.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
you're
actually,
lucky.
sex ed here, it's also very difficult to talk about because when they start talking about it, everyone starts laughing. Because it's like ooh, why are you talking about this? We
Yeah.
could search it on our own.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's true.
Okay, when we talked about the Phuket Zoo closing down,
Yeah.
Text Symbol asked what happens to all the animals that were there.
So I believe they had 12 tigers. They're going to tiger shelters. They had some bears, and the WWF. Or the WWFF. There is an organization. I gave some details about on a video I did yesterday, but there is a animal care organization that is going to be helping providing the proper care and environment that these animals deserve, and they're actually also collecting donations. So if you do want to help out, you can find, there's an article on the Thaiger regarding the Phuket Zoo. You can find more information and also a link to any donations if you'd like to help out for the care of these animals.
Save the turds.
Yeah, this was a pretty good suggestion from Dharm1. Maybe the closed zoo grounds could be a home for stray dogs, because I know that's a growing number here in Thailand.
Yes.
But yeah, Dharm1 suggested that to let the dogs use that as their home.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, the
sorry.
whole entire zoo for the stray
I'm
dogs?
pretty sure. How big is the zoo?
It's
Tons
quite
of-
big. It's quite large, yeah.
Wow, the dogs
Oh,
would have
wow,
so much
then
fun
the
in there.
Their
Phuket
heaven.
Soy
Yeah.
Foundation should take over. Who knows? Hopefully it gets donated. A quick answer, well, not a quick answer, but it took me a while to find out. But that law regarding the ban on alcohol sales during 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. has been in effect since 1972.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Well, wow.
Oh, so
Is
then
that-
that person
wow.
that was not refused alcohol,
Yeah.
that was not supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoopsie.
Regarding Thailand's soft power, Mr. Triple Jack 82 said that he loves seeing the Thai girls dressed up in the Loi Krathong during the event of Loi Krathong because they look really beautiful. But yeah.
I would agree. I like Thai outfits a lot. I think that they look really elegant and mildly sexy, but like not super sexy.
Mildly sexy, but not too crazy.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like just about the right amount.
Yeah.
But imagine in this heat, it's just so itchy and oh.
Right, the
Yeah.
lace.
Yeah.
Sick Puppy said K-pop has not taken over America, dude.
Oh,
I think
Who
he was
said
saying
that?
that to Jay.
Who said that?
Sick Puppy.
Sick Puppy, you've been in Thailand for how many years now? How would you know?
Actually, like I have friends who kind of work in universities in America, and they
Yeah.
said that they have Korean now as the third language. Like kids can actually choose to learn Korean as their alternative language, which I
No,
thought
yeah.
was kind of cool.
Yeah. And my statement, it's not a factual statement. I don't have the statistics on the percentage of the young generation in America and how much they love them. I can just tell you regarding what I see. If you actually just go on YouTube and type in like BTS video reviews or like for any of their songs, and you'll see how many American kids with their parents, with their family members, they sit down and make reaction videos to these videos. So that's giving you an idea of the change of culture. I'm just saying that there's a change in culture. I'm not saying, I apologize for saying it's taken over, but What do you think? Do you think it's taken over pop culture, America? Because to be popular, you have to be popular in America, right? You
True.
could be the most famous band in Thailand, and people around the world would have never heard about you. But if you're popular in America,
You
you're
made
popular around the world. Yeah, you've
Yeah.
made it. So that's what I mean. BTS and Blackpink have made it.
They
They've
have
taken
made it.
over the world because of America.
Right, that is true. I would agree.
Gringo Papi just
Gringo
donated. Is it what is CA? What's the Canadian dollars?
Canadian dollars, what is that?
0.9.
Thank you, Gringo Papi.
29 baht.
It's the name.
$1.
I can't say it without laughing.
Gringo papi.
John Peak said, "I'm sorry, but you have to come here in Thailand to see if you love it or not. It's just that kind of place. You need to feel it first." When we're talking
Absolutely.
about soft power. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That is quite true. You can, but that can be said for really any place, can't it? And like even for example, like all we can do is try to promote and help show it to the world. Like then that was part of the reason we went to Suratthani. For example, I personally believe it's one of the most underappreciated places in Thailand for how beautiful its nature is, and we can only try to make videos and promote it as much as possible to show you all the adventure, the fun, and the beauty of the nature it has. But you will not feel it unless you go there. And once you go there, you'll realize that wow, it's all true.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a reason it's called Amazing Thailand.
That is about it that I got. But do you want to know how popular Korea is in the US?
Yes.
I just found out it's more like about K-pop popularity in the US 2019. So according to a survey, around 29.4% of respondents stated that K-pop was very popular, and a further 30.8% reported that it was quite popular. So it is booming. But Sick Puppy would argue that
Sick Puppy's furious. He's furious with
Why
me.
you
He's
not
furious
like
with
Korean?
Korean is only popular in LA.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh well.
Annyeong.
All right, Sick Puppy. All right.
Bibimbap.
Maybe he knows something we don't.
Hyundai.
And perhaps we can continue that conversation some other day.
Kimchi.
As for now, are there any other questions, Carmel?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Let's take a few more.
Okay.
I don't know what to say.
Okay, I thought we didn't have time, but then there were comments about the durian topic. Hans said, just say no to durians, and Scott Shalcross said durians, yuck.
Yeah. Paul Weston says, question, is the Thai pass finished July 1st?
Yes.
Jay, I don't know. Seriously? Question mark. Tim, seriously? Explanation mark.
What are you reading?
His comment.
going on?
I'm as
Okay.
confused as anyone
Where are
else.
you finding that from?
Thank you
Oh,
for your
oh.
comment, Paul. But is the Thai pass finished July 1st? It is expected to take effect on July the 1st. But once again, unless it's in the Royal Gazette, it doesn't mean anything. So we can talk about what's going to happen because it has been confirmed by the CCSA that it's
Yes.
going to happen. The final date is expected to be July the 1st, but please stay tuned. It has to be written in the Royal Gazette first.
Yeah.
What does he want me to say? He's so mad. He's so angry.
I mean, the Thailand pass won't disappear though. Like, if it actually takes into effect on July 1st, it'll still stay there, but only to report symptoms if you test negative with the ATK.
Okay.
But yeah.
Sick Puppy says that K-pop is most popular in LA.
Yes.
He knows because he grew up in LA, and that does make sense. LA is what Hollywood, right? It's where it is, and I'm guessing all K-pop stars generally do travel to LA, probably being their first destination before they travel to any other coast. So I shall take Sick Puppy's word for it.
Steven asked you though, Jay, do you like Blackpink?
Sure, they're cool. I think that I love the fact that Lisa represents Thailand in Blackpink. In general, they're very talented, attractive women. It's not much to not like. Yeah, they're great. Good for them.
Yeah.
Rusty Graves said that he's never seen the Royal Gazette for sale. Like, how should people view the Royal Gazette when
How should they view the
the
Royal
Royal
Gazette?
Gazette? Yes.
It's an excellent question. I've never really asked that question myself. I shall try to find an answer for you. How to view the Royal Gazette? I doubt there's like a website called Royal Gazette Thailand, royalgazette.com. And I'm not sure if it is viewable. I don't think it's for the general public, but it does get published. So it does get published somewhere. So we'll find out where it gets published and forward that information to you for tomorrow's episode. Carmel, could you please note that down?
Yes.
You know, whenever
Thank
you
you.
say Royal Gazette,
Yeah.
in my head, I feel like there's a giant book where people like,
A golden book.
hear ye, hear ye.
Oh, no.
Let us gather around the fire.
It's
and
apparently
talk about
only
the Royal
available
Gazette.
in Thai.
Sorry?
It's apparently only available in Thai.
Makes
the Royal
sense.
Gazette.
Thai is currently still the official language, even in Parliament and official documents. They were trying to change that, but I think we're still quite far away from that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's where we'll decide to end the show as we've run out of questions. Thank you to all the members for your questions, as well as all the viewers watching. So far, we have 418 people, only 111 likes. So, ladies and gentlemen, please, if you've enjoyed the show so far,
Smash the like
for
button.
Natty, for Carmel,
Yes.
for the Thaiger, please click the like button. It really does help us a lot. It helps the algorithm and it helps the video being spread around YouTube. So please click the like button. Comment after the live video for any questions or feedback you have regarding any of the topics we've spoken about today. As for now, we hope you have a great Monday, and we'll see you tomorrow morning.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Natty.
Thank you, Jay.
Thank you, Carmel. Thank you, Shai.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.